Hi, you're welcome to this episode. On this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to insert your slab strip. Okay, by the time you are done with your entire analysis, you are supposed to insert a slab strip. Okay. So if I try to click on delete and reselect all steel bar to design this, it will not design because this has not really been stripped. Okay, but it's important that you check some of the slab settings. From here you'll be able to do some editing, controlling in terms of the spacing of your reinforcement bars. Okay, like if you come to this rebar under slab, this is just slab drop down, you can see minimum steel bar size here is actually Y8. I can make it Y12 so that it will not provide my reinforcement, it will not provide Y12 Y8 reinforcement for me. Okay, so it's very important. And then you can control the minimum bar spacing and then the maximum bar spacing as well. So I'm going to leave it at 250 maximum, and then I will click on OK. So by the time I do that, but there is other ways you can actually come here. It doesn't have to be through this way. Okay, alright, so once you are able to correct or type in the size of your reinforcement, it's important now for us to do our slab strip. In order for us to do our slab strip, but in case you are finding it difficult to locate it from there, you can just come under this drop down of your settings here. If you come to the building setup, you will see settings. If you come to setting centers, from this your setting centers, you see all the structural members in your model. Okay, these are the entire structural member that you can actually play around with them. You can edit them, change the sizes of the reinforcement and all that. You can do for your beam, you can do for your slab, you can do for your foundation as well. Okay, so which was what we did the other time. So I'm going to leave it now as it is right now, and then I'll come to my modeling. When I come to my modeling, you see what we have here is the slab strip. Then once you click on this slab strip, you can see a menu has actually dropped out for us. Okay, so this strip now has what we call the boundary conditions. Okay, if you look at this here, from here, this is a beam, this is a beam, this is a beam. Here now we have a slab. Okay, so in order for you to be able to strip this properly, now you can see here we have an expansion joint, even though I did not include the other part of the building, although I just imported this just to demonstrate how you can import including your expansion joint. So but we have our cantilever slab here just hanging on this particular beam. Okay, to do this, if you want to use this slab strip, you are going to pick the beam. It is telling you now that it is starting with a beam and it's ending with a beam. This is basically what this means. Okay, and then this one now is telling you are starting from an internal panel. Now, not internal, you are starting from a panel rather. It doesn't have to be internal. So this is a panel, this is a panel, this is a panel, this is a panel. Okay, so I will demonstrate that in order for you to see how this works. Now my beam to beam, beam to beam is starting with a beam and is ending with a beam. It's starting with a beam here, it has to terminate here because this is an expansion joint. Along this expansion joint, it is assumed that this whole building, this whole area from here now to this place is completely independent of this place. That's basically what expansion joint means. Okay, when you have an expansion joint, that means the two buildings are completely separate from each other, but they are very, very close to each other. That's basically what expansion joint in a building is. Okay, so if I just click here now, I will have to hold on my control key and then I will drop it here. If I take this strip to the across the other beam, it's not going to give me it's going to alert me of an error, so it will most likely not work. So that's basically what that means. So you have to terminate it here. So you have to do that similarly for this as well. So this stripping is very important. If you don't get it right, it will affect how your detailing is actually going to appear. So you can see our reinforcement is supposed to return here, which is very, very correct. And then here we have our top bar here along all our internal beams. So this software is actually very great when it comes to that. If I click here, I'll hold on my control. You can see it has provided reinforcement along here. Click here and hold on my control. Hold on control in order for you to have a straight strip, or else it won't be straight, and when you try to print, your detailing is going to look very, very disorganized. Okay, so now mind you, you can see here this is along my x direction, so this is my x-axis. If I'm coming down like this, is y-axis, so you have to take note of that. It's very, very sensitive. So you have to do similarly for this as well, then hold on your control in order for you to have a straight line and drop. Okay, so for me to do for the y direction, I will just click on y direction. I will type 1, so it is going to start counting from number 1. So if I click here and I hold on my control, boom, you can see that's entered. So similarly I'll do for this, that's entered as well. Now you can see this reinforcement that is coming from here. Now how do I represent this? I can do this two ways. I can either take this strip from down here to this place, or I can start from here now and take it out. So if I'm starting from inside here out, all I need to do, this is the one that suits what I'm looking for. I will start from a slab and then I'm ending it with a cantilever. So this is a cantilever slab here. I'm starting from inside a slab, then I'm ending with a cantilever. So starting inside a slab, ending with a cantilever. That's basically what it is here. So all I need to do is to click here and I'll hold on my control, and you can see here it's telling me the section is insufficient and all that. So basically what this means is that it's trying to tell you that this particular cantilever, the thickness of 150, I will probably have to change it to a deeper slab cross section. Okay, maybe increase it to 200 or increase it to 175. Okay, by the time I increase it and I try to run the strip all over again, it may work this time around. Okay, but right now you can see that it's alerting me that I'm going to be having a deflection failure here. So this panel now, all I need to do is just to probably increase the slab cross section. If I increase the slab cross section, it may most likely work proper. So all I need to do now is to try a deeper cross section and then click here and then hold on my control and drop. You can see the section is still not sufficient. This is slab story 1 SC. I think this should be so. Oh, sorry, this one is even okay. Is this one that is failing? Is this one that is failing? This one that is failing. All right, this slab now, let's say, so this one has no need of, okay, it didn't even change. It didn't change because I didn't, this is the slab that is even failing. I didn't update it. So once you type in, it's important you click on update. If you don't click on update, it won't change. Now you can see it has changed. Let's say 175, and I'll update. Okay, then I will try to use the strip again. Now these other previous strips that are here, it's important that I take them off, or else it's going to count starting from there, which is not what I want. And by the time you are done trying to look for the strip, you discover some of the strips are actually empty. So I'll start from inside the slab, and I'll hold on my control. Sorry, let me select and pick this. Slab deflection, it's not sufficient enough up to now. Okay, so there are different things you can do. You can either change the, you can as well change the spacing of your reinforcement along this axis. All you need to do is, if you are having that deflection failure, sometimes all you need is just to do some quick editing from your slabs. Here, if you come under here, your rebar, you can just restrict this to 200 spacing. Okay, so we have tried to increase the slab cross section, and then now we are changing the spacing of the reinforcement. So this one now, let's see. So all you need to do now is to come to design. When you come to your design, you come to slab analysis and design. Okay, and you click on slab analysis and design, it will give you all the list of the strips that you have done, and it will as well tell you the ones that have actually failed. Okay, so you can take out your time to correct all those ones that have failed. How do you do that? Most times you do it when you do it like this. All you need to do is to just come to where that axis is, and then this is the axis. Okay, I think it's just there empty. So sometimes, where by the time you do all your slab strips and then you have strips that have failed, I think I still have one very empty strip that I don't know where that strip is. That strip is empty though. So once it fails, all you need to do is just to change the cross section of that slab, and then or change the size of the reinforcement, and then or you change, no, it's not advisable to change the size of the reinforcement. You change the spacing of the reinforcement. Sorry, that's what I want to say. Change the spacing of the reinforcement, or you change the depth of that particular slab or that particular panel. Okay, so that's basically all you need to do. Once you do that, you can come back here and then do your redesign, delete and redesign all steel members. So when you click on redesign all steel members, you can see it will tell you it has finished. This delete and reselect all steel members, what it means is that it's going to reselect all the steel members all over again and specify based on the reinforcement that you have specified there, and based on whatever updates that you have done on those panels. Okay, mind you, like I said, there are some panels while you are trying to strip, it will tell you deflection not okay or deflection not sufficient. Okay, when it tells you this deflection is not sufficient, you may probably need to change the cross section of that slab. You may probably need to increase the depth of that slab. So in that case, when you increase the depth of that slab, it is advisable you have to reanalyze that particular structure entirely all over again. When you reanalyze it, then you take the strip all over. So that's basically all you need to do. But while we proceed in the training, I'm going to demonstrate most of those parts which I was not able to cover at the moment. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do now, after doing your slab analysis and design, you can as well from here, if you come to interactive design, you can see here it tells you the panels that we have. These are slab. This is slab panel 1. You can check the left support, top and right, and all of that. You can check all of those information. You can as well even click on reports to generate that particular report. So that's basically all you need to know about the analysis, building analysis. Okay, we are going to be touching other aspects of the analysis even as we proceed. Okay, so make sure you stay safe.